Hey everybody, Scout Crafty here again. It's Wednesday, midweek Wednesday. Had a great morning this morning. Woke up this morning, the sun was out. It was chilly, but the birds were chirping and took a hot shower. You know that beautiful feeling of taking a hot shower on a cool day? And, you know, you just stand under the shower and you let that water beat down on your neck. And what a feeling that is, huh? One of the... And then to get out, I have an old, as you know, steam heat house, and there's radiators, and one of the radiators are in the bathroom. And you put the towel on the radiator until you get out of the shower, and then you dry yourself. So one of the most beautiful, simple pleasures of life is to get out of a shower on a cold winter's day and to grab that towel off the radiator and to dry yourself with a heated towel. Now, if you've never experienced that, and a lot of people haven't, if you have forced hot air heating, you wouldn't have that experience. Or if you have baseboard hot water heating, or, I mean, really, unless you have a heated towel, could you heat your towel? But boy, I'll tell you, ever since I was a kid, getting out of the shower on that cool day and throwing that hot towel on you, oh, it feels good. You ever go to a motel and they have one of those heat lamps above the shower? You know, when you get out of the shower, it's like you turn it on. It's got a timer switch because the thing uses like 1,500 watts. It's like a French fry lamp. And I like that, you know. You get out of the shower and, again, it's called, you stand under that warm light. And, yeah, simple pleasures, right? That's what it's all about. I want to thank you all very much for our last video. I asked you to help out and put John Fix, who sent that light over, and another creator that does old tool restorations. I said, he was at 966. I said, let's get him over 1,000. Well, 2.5 hours after the video came out, Johnny was over 1,000 subscribers. So happy to see. And, you know, it's a funny thing when you're kind of a creator, you do this. You get these goals, you know, like first 100 subscribers. When you get your first 100, you say, wow, 100 people are actually watching me and, you know, interested in what I have to say. Then you go to 200 and 500 is a big goal. 1,000 is a big goal. And then after that, you know, you go by the thousands. I remember when I hit 6,000, that was a big thing for me. Still is. In fact, I kind of wish I was... 6,000 was such a great number because everybody was on board, and it was you know, you knew everybody in the comment section. It was a different thing. And now I have a lot of people that have been here since, and we know them all. It's like a family. It really is a family here, and it's such a wonderful thing. But I wanted to bring this up because a lot of you that are starting out making videos, and you look and you say, well, I only got 30 subscribers, I only got 15. Because you see these other people, like that guy, The Beast. You ever see him? He's got, I don't know how many million subscribers. He puts out a video, he gets 5 million views in like 2 days about kind of crazy stuff. But it's very difficult to do these days. You know, these days, YouTube, there's so many thousands and thousands of creators out there. It's not like the old days when there was only a handful. I remember looking for metalworking, things like that. It was, you know, A-Bomb, and it was Mr. Pete, and it was Ox Tool, and it was, you know, there was only a few, This Old Tony, there was only a few guys that you could kind of find out this information from, and they were there, you know, and they had the 100,000, 200,000 subscribers. But now there's a lot of other channels have popped up, so it's very difficult to get that superstar status, you know, when you're getting these 100,000 subscribers and things like that. And some of these guys are kind of professional YouTubers. You know, they put a lot of money into production. And so if you do like an offbeat subject like tool restorations, there aren't a heck of a lot of people that are going to kind of find you. So don't be discouraged. The numbers will come. Don't worry about that. Just, you know, put out stuff that you're happy with, that you know, that you feel that you're enjoying doing it. And that's all that counts. You know, the numbers will come. And so I just want to throw that out there. Please, you know, if you want to do this, you want to throw out a few videos, by all means, have some fun, grab the camera. It's a great platform, great way to get yourself downstairs to do something in the basement, in the workshop, in the shed, wherever. So with that, let's get started with today's video. Okay, next up. Look at this bad boy, huh? Okay, this is an antique. You know, I was on the fence. I had this on. This was also in that box of damaged goods, but this was damaged before anyway. Look at this. I don't know what to do with this. I don't want to do a full up restoration. It's an antique. It's kind of a weird tool. It has the split handle. You know, you could see here. It don't look in bad shape, but I mean, obviously, the rust and the flaking or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I mean, as far as the handle had a little split in it running up, which was common back then. And a little check here. It has a check. And over here, you see some splinter. But I don't know. I want to keep it original. What do you say we have some fun? Look at that. We have some fun. And see if we can't get this back to something that's not bad. Okay, so here's where we're at now. You can see, look at that. That looks nice, right? I mean, that's just with the rough. I had to take this down because it looks like this, you know? It was forged. These things, they had kind of a weird history to it. What it is, it's you can see here, it says Matchless. This was from the Bridgeport Hardware Manufacturing Company, which I'm a big fan of. And you can see over here, Bridgeport Hardware, Bridgeport, Connecticut, USA. And beautiful, right? Now, obviously, we want to keep the lettering. That's a big part of this, you know. But the thing is that you're always, when you can't get those pits around the lettering, it's the first thing your eye's going to see. So no matter how nice you make the rest of the hatchet, you're going to see up here. So you try and kind of make it as pleasing looking as possible, getting, you know, without touching the lettering, getting all around it. Also, over here, you can get nice, you know. This was obviously beat on a little bit, but we'll straighten that out. Plenty of metal here, you know, you don't have to worry about that. And the handle, because the way these were done, they were very tight. So this will get with the belt sander. That's what's nice about the belt sander. It gets right in there to get that. And we'll try and, you know, smooth out these so you're not really dealing with that. Otherwise, it's coming along. I think it'll look good. Let's work. Now you see over here these inclusions or these deep pits or whatever. You know, we're going to have to, if you can do it one or two ways, you can leave it there, but you know what, then you might as well just leave the axe alone. So we're going to have to work our way back and forth. We'll make this a curved section. That'll help the performance of the axe, but we're going to take all this out, you know, so we have to work back and forth doing it, making sure to always feel it and touch it, make sure it doesn't get too hot. But watch how long it has to take on. First we work this way, then that way, using a 40 grit disc. Okay, we didn't get to the belt sander yet, but you can see here we did most of this with the flap sander and stuff, and you could see, you know, but we do have scratches in there, but you could see it's a, you know, it's coming along very nicely. We were able to keep most of the writing. I don't think I took any off, but I got all around what was in there to, you know, I could still read everything, and I got all the pitting around it, you know, using a Dremel, the stone, and getting in and blending it. So I'm thinking this is coming out real nice. Now the handle, like I said, we want to keep the original handle, even though it's got a bit of a check in it, a split going up the top. You know, you can't do too much. These are the original rivets. You know, this is where you dance that dance, you know. Took out the forged lines here, but we're going to enhance it now with the belt sander, okay? Coming nicely. Now you know my favorite part. Remember what this hatchet looked like before we started. Okay, we are calling this project done. Well, actually, mostly done. I would like to give one more coat of shellac and a little bit of wax on the handle. But again, I'm dealing with a 2-day schedule. Let me show you what we did here. First of all, we took the head. You know, again, you could keep going and going to get that polish that you want. But we did a decent shine on the head here. You can see we're able to keep all the lettering. I didn't lose any of the lettering, both sides. You could see here, this side is especially nice. You could see Bridgeport hardware, made in Bridgeport, Connecticut, USA Manufacturing Corp. And again, with that nice finish all the way through. Here's what I'm especially proud of. Look at the heel came out nice, right? And then here, took all the forged lines out. Look at the top. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that top with that rounded top, and just beautiful, right? You know, so the handle, we were able to keep it. Again, it was pretty beat up, but we're able to keep it. Gave it that coat of gun stock, you know, so it looks, you know, pretty much original. That red is something a little Scoutcrafter red to let you know I was there. But just a nice, pleasing axe. Let me tell you a little bit about the history of this beautiful piece. Now here, I've shown this a couple times on the show, is my beautiful reproduction of catalog number 23 of the Bridgeport catalog. It was reproduced by these people, and it's just one of the most beautiful catalogs you will see as far as drawings, unmatched. Look at the drawings on there. Look at that. Every one of them is just absolutely beautiful. It goes through most of the Bridgeport line here, all of them at this time, but just so many, and the descriptions are so beautiful on here, on everything they had. But here's what we did today. We did the Matchless Hatchet, and you can see here number 85. Now, what's interesting about this hatchet, you could see here, it says that it was a gun. Had a gun finish, except for the tip and the heel. Okay, this was a little bit different model. This one had 3 rivets. Mine only has 2, so it might have been an earlier one, or, you know, I don't know when mine was made. But you could see here the description of it. Now, what's interesting to note about different hatchets and axes, when Bridgeport or any other tool company was making a tool, depending on the forging. Now, this head here was drop forged, which means it was a slab of metal that they came down with a heavy press and they drop forged it. So whenever you do a drop forging, you're always going to have imperfections and a little bit of a grainy type look to it. So there's 2 ways you can handle that. You can grind the whole axe down, which takes a lot of man hours, or you could paint it. Now, Bridgeport and a lot of other manufacturers, especially with axes, weren't going to spend all that time trying to grind this down, hours. So what they did is they painted it except for the tip. And you'll see even most axes you find today, you'll see only the tip is left. You know, they got to grind it anyway, so they just leave that unpainted, paint the rest. That's a common practice. And here you can see with a lot of their tools, some of the tools were offered in a chrome type finish or a blued type finish, like, and depending on what you bought, like this one here, for example, these matchless combination pliers. You could see here, it says blued handles, nose polished on both sides and edges as illustrated above. It's such a great description, you know, you didn't have to guess. So you can see it was blued here, and this they left polished. Or, if you can get the full polish version, okay, similar pliers to above, but very attractively finished, full polished all over. So you see, they did come in different ways. So a lot of times with the axes and stuff, especially, like I said, Bridgeport, they would come painted. This one here, I took it to the next level and kind of went with the polish on here, because I just think it's a pretty axe, and it's something I'm not going to be using, so I thought we'd enjoy it that way. Okay, so in closing, that was a pretty good before and after. We always like the ones that come back from the dead and turn into a usable axe again, or hatchet in this case. And thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great day. Take care now. Bye-bye.